Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian here at the Paris Air Show at the historic Le Bourget Airfield outside the French capital. Our coverage here is sponsored by L3 Technologies as well as Leonardo DRS, and we're honored to have with us briefly in his very busy schedule here the Chief of the French Air Force, General André Lenata. Sir, thanks very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you to be here too.
It was a fascinating briefing today, and we're going to have a chance to talk to General Tuprest, who's your Chief of Operations for the French Air Force. Two questions. There's a new government now. Emmanuel Macron is the president, building up, successful in reinforcing his electoral majority. Do you have any sense on whether or not what the future of the French Air Force is going to look at, and what are some of the recommendations that you're putting into him about your priorities during his administration as you work to continue to modernize and build the French Air Force?
As you probably heard already, President Macron declared that he wants to increase the effort of defense budget. On that field, of course, we need that in order to sustain our operation, as we mentioned during our briefing. I have three priorities. I have many priorities, but I have three top priorities on that field. Mainly, air combat fleets are stressed due to their involvement, and I need to have a look to that, to reinforce this system. The second is human resources, as we mentioned during the briefing and the question, and the third one is tanker, because we don't have any. The fleet is very old, and we need to increase the replacement of these old fleet in order to sustain our operations. That's my three top priorities.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Are you concerned at all? I mean, in the briefing, it's extraordinary that your force is 42,000 people, 550 frontline airplanes, but you have about 100 of them forward deployed with as many as 6,000 airmen that are forward, 1,800 of which are just in the immediate Europe area, but if you look at it spread around the world. How much longer can you sustain this pace of operations, which is twice what the level that you used to have for in the white paper in 2013, without breaking the force? Because that's something that the British saw. They did intensive operations to the point where it damaged the force.
We identify the same risk than the British faced. So we take many measures inside the Air Force to sustain. We adapt logistics. We adapt the regeneration of the equipments of people and so on. I cannot give you the list of all the different things we do by ourselves. Also, as you know, since the vote of the previous law, we get some additional resources. We use them mainly for human resources and the regeneration of the equipment. And it is very difficult to say you when it will finish. But we wait for the decision, the political decision of the increase of the defense budget to sustain this effort.
General Lenata, thanks very much for your time. We really appreciate it, and we hope we get more time with you soon when we come back to Paris.
Thank you very much. Thank you for to be here in Paris.
Thank you,
I
sir.
appreciate it very much.